Gasparini, and welcome to this segment of Penn Voice. I'm joined today by Margie Power, who is the program director for leadership, and here we go, San Mateo, Foster City, Burlingame, Hillsborough. Did I get them all?
Yes.
That's great. So basically North San Mateo County.
Yes.
But I am such a fan of leadership programs. I'm a graduate of the Redwood City, San Carlos, Belmont, Menlo Park program. So I'm very excited to talk to you today about what you do up in the North with regard to leadership. So tell our viewers a little bit about what the leadership program is.
So the leadership program is an educational professional development program for adults in the San Mateo, Foster City, Burlingame, Hillsborough area, people who live or work in those cities, to increase their knowledge and network with the community. And the ultimate goal is to become more engaged in the community and ultimately improve it.
So how long is the leadership program?
So it's one school year. It's one Friday a month for 9 months. There's a total of 12 days. Each day is on a different topic. And we have a curriculum committee made up of really knowledgeable leaders in the community who plan each day.
Right.
And essentially, as you know, we take people from 3 sectors, public sector, private sector, nonprofit, and immerse them in a lot of knowledge about police services, fire and emergency services, human services, business and economic development. And the goal is to really equip them with the knowledge, some leadership skills based on where they are in their career, and then this amazing network of people who can then help them increase their impact in the community.
Right, so give us some day topics and then some of the things that you talked about within that day topic.
Well, one of our most popular days is police services and criminal justice, and we kick off the year with that in September. And all 4 police chiefs are involved in planning the day, which is great. And we go often to the Maple Street Jail, and they go on a tour. They learn about the rehabilitation services there for inmates. And then they do a really impactful exercise called Shoot, Don't Shoot,
right,
which really puts the participants in the shoes of our police officers and gives them a greater understanding of the complexities of the job and how hard it is. So that's one of the most popular days. And then we have Environment Day. We go on a tour of the recycling center. Business and Economic Development Day, we get to go into the private sector companies and get an inside view of some of our local big businesses. For Government Day, Supervisor Carol Groom helps plan that day with city managers, and she'll bring in elected officials from the state and give us a bird's eye view of state government and what's going on and all, again, the complexities of decisions at that level.
And you had mentioned the people who attend the leadership year-long program, the one Friday a month, are whether they're residents, individuals, whether they're working for a company and their company just wants to ensure that they are involved in their community and learn more about the community, or whether they're an employee of a nonprofit. Everyone is coming there to learn about their local health systems, their local public safety systems,
right,
their local housing and transportation systems.
Right.
What I'm so impressed with the leadership programs is the speakers. Because as a normal citizen or as an employee of a company, whether it's a large company or a small company, to have access to the 4 police chiefs in one day is really not really attainable in any other situation. So that's a time where you get to be directly involved in questions and learning about topics straight from the leader's voice. So tell me a little bit about some of the individuals that you bring in to be these speakers on these various topics.
So Education Day, we work with the 4 superintendents and school board members. We go on a tour of College of San Mateo with the president, Mike Clare. For Healthcare Day, we work with the head of the San Mateo County Health System,
right,
the chief medical officer, Scott Morrow, learning all about the health challenges of the county. And all of the class participants get the contact information for each of these leaders, and the goal is to create those connections so that they can reach out to them and again, help them do their jobs
Well, and the dialogue is pretty interesting too, because not only are the students students, the class participants, learning from these leaders in these various industries and topics, but they're actually seeking information from you as well as a participant. Like, what are your opinions? How are you responding? What are the transportation challenges you face as an employee or as a citizen? And I love the idea of this back and forth dialogue. You mentioned early the other component of networking. So you have a classroom size of what? 40?
It's about 35.
35s. And again, coming from either individuals, the business sector, private sector, nonprofits, and they are all networking together as well.
Right. So what's unique about these programs is that you interact with people you might not otherwise come into contact with, because we all tend to be a little siloed in our sector. And I think that's what is unique about it. And in terms of solving community issues, it's that dialogue across the sectors, across the cities, that I think will help us achieve our community goals and improve the community overall.
So tell us a little bit about some of the stories. Has anyone, after they've taken leadership, gone on to run for elected office or
yes,
board and committee and commission for a city?
Yes. So the most exciting thing is just in the last month, Mike Callaghy has been appointed to the county manager position. He was actually in my leadership class. I went through the program in 2005. All 4 mayors of all 4 cities are currently leadership graduates. Marie Zhuang from Hillsborough was also in my class. Ann Keegren's on Burlingame City Council, Emily Beach. We have Joe Pierucci, the police chief from Foster City. Another recent news item is Nancy McGee just got elected for the county school superintendent position. She's a leadership graduate. So I love to brag that when you kind of look behind the doors of most of these organizations, there are leadership graduates everywhere.
Right. And even if the leadership graduates went on to form a neighborhood group or went on to form a neighborhood initiative or simply got involved at the library in a reading program. Those are the kinds of things that we're hoping from the learning about these day topics, how you can get involved and directly affect something that is important to you, whether it's housing, transportation, public safety.
Well, and the beauty is you could pick up the phone and call one of your classmates. And I happen to serve on the school board in Hillsborough, and I can call Marie, the mayor, and we have a wonderful relationship when it comes to community impact. Also, Ben Ocon from the San Mateo Library hosts us frequently. And one thing I've just noticed recently is when you look at challenges in the community and you look around who's at the table, it's often leadership grads wearing different hats. So someone from the private sector meeting with the city officials or planning commissioners trying to solve housing issues or traffic issues. And I think that's something to be pretty excited about.
Right. How many do you have in your alumni base now?
So over 700 have graduated. I'd say we have about 500 active alumni in the community. And I get so excited to hear when someone gets appointed to the school board and they graduated from our program recently. Ken Chin in San Mateo Foster City is a recent appointee on the school board. So it's exciting.
Right. And I also want to say then, for people who are listening to this program and saying, I want to do it, so how do I apply?
So we have a website, leadershipprogram.net, and applications are posted about February 1st of every year, and they're due in May. And I have to say, we did get 52 applications this year for 38 spots. So demand has increased. It's becoming competitive. But you complete the application online. It's $100 to apply, and then it's $1,500 tuition.
And so your application process will open again in February of 2019.
Yes.
So the 38 lucky applicants will start their program year in September?
Yes, September 7th and 8th. We have an opening retreat.
Well, Margie, thank you so much for telling us all about leadership. It is a fantastic program, and I can tell by your enthusiasm and passion that you wholeheartedly believe it improves communities, and we're lucky to have both leadership programs in North and in South San Mateo County.
Great.
So thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And I hope you all will apply next spring, and we'll see you next time on Penn Voice.